Welcome back. On this episode, I want to focus on goal setting. Goal setting is absolutely the number one accelerant to help you get to where you want to go. Because the bottom line is, I can have passion and purpose, I can have a connection back to my why, but if I don't put it into place and actually schedule the most important things first, I'm never going to achieve what I'm truly capable of. There's tons of people with great ideas, there's tons of people with great, as far as initiative and what they're looking to pursue to satisfy the world and life's problems, but it's the people that can put it in action and execute that make the difference. So I'm going to share an example from my son. Yeah, I'm going to be a proud dad for a moment, but bear with me. My son always loved soccer. He grew up from literally the age of 4 playing soccer. And this was an age, by the way, that they didn't keep score, and it really was just watching like hordes and masses of kids sort of blob up and down the field, which is a different story. I never grew up liking soccer. I've tried, I know it's the most beautiful sport. There's some of you who are really upset with me. I just never grew up, so I never got into it. But I still tried to support him and be a great dad, even though they didn't keep score, which that's ridiculous, by the way. All the kids know what the score is. So he played soccer literally 4 to elementary to middle school, and as he progressed in age, it got more and more competitive. When he hit high school was the first time he didn't make his soccer team. And it was devastating for him. And for you parents out there, you know this is tough to like motivate your kid and how are you going to help them. And one of the things that I found was really important was goal setting. And working with him on, I get it, you've had a setback. How do we sort of help you get to where you want to be? Sam made the plans, not me, but one of the action items was how do we improve his endurance and his speed so that he could make soccer for the varsity team, which was his goal. In doing that, he signed up for cross country. Now, a real quick tangent on that, for those of you that haven't seen cross country, it's like herds of buffalo, boys and girls, and I'm sorry, buffalo, that's probably not right, but it's massive numbers of kids that go race in an environment where they're all racing at one time, sort of a hard spectator sport, but that's a different story. But Sam decided he was going to do it so he could improve both his endurance and his speed. His first race, and I'll never forget it, we were in Florida, and it was September. Literally had to have been 130, 140 degrees, 99% humidity. It's 6:37 a.m. in the morning, I'm already sweating profusely. When they all left, it was exciting, but it was hard to catch up with Sam on the track. So it went, and for those of you who don't know, a cross-country meet, I think it's 5K or roughly 3 miles. It was 20 minutes, 25 minutes, lots of people finishing the race, and I started to get more and more nervous because Sam had not yet passed. We literally hit the 30-minute mark. For those of you who don't know, most of the kids have finished at that point. And I started getting really worried. Abby, his mother, was very worried. And then across the distance, there was a lake, and I saw Sam rounding the corner. And as soon as I saw him, I knew he was in rough shape. For those of you who see, like literally the bending over, and it was, I could tell he was physically ill. And when he came into view, he literally dropped on all fours, and forgive me, just let everything go in front of people. And the sad part about it as a dad, and for the parents that are out there watching this right now, you know, I'm embarrassed for him. Heck, if I'm being honest, I'm probably embarrassed for me. His mother's upset and wanting to go to him. I said, no, this is his goal. This is his drive. He can do it. And to my amazement, I watched Sam get up, and his entire team had run back and was running along the sidelines with him, cheering him on. The crowd's going wild. Sam finally did finish the race. You know, he was one of the last people to cross the line. But when he got done, I really wanted to know how he was going to respond, and what Sam told me on that day is indicative of what it is for goal achievement. He said, I know this is part of the process, and I'm going to get better each race because that's what my coach told me. So I'll shorten it. Along with this were sprint and speed drills with other team members, his coach doing some mentoring, lots of pieces in place. So fast forward to the next year, Sam does not make the team again. A lot of times with goals, that's when we want to quit. Sam doubled down, went back, recommitted to cross country, and continued to work. The interesting thing in all of this is that the power of him wanting to achieve this goal is what made all the difference in the world until finally his senior year, and I'm happy to share with all of you, I could not have been prouder when not only did he make varsity his senior year, the only 12th grader, by the way, who had not played in previous years to make varsity, he was also, by the end of the year, named Defensive Player of the Year for his high school. That's his story. Why should you care? Because that was 3 years to make a soccer team. What are the really important goals you have that are going to impact the most important areas of your life, professionally and personally? One of the exercises I encourage everybody to do is literally you think about your why. We've already gone through this exercise. You think about your purpose and your passion. What are the 20 most important things you want to accomplish? And when you look at that list, again, we've got 20 down. Write them down. Circle the top 2 or 3 that if you can accomplish this in the next year, that will make the most important and drive the results that you need to in your life. That's what we're going to focus on. We're then going to implement something very simple that I call 30-10, and this actually is adopted from Franklin Covey and a lot of their great time management training. Each week, you will commit 30 minutes once a week and 10 minutes each day. And you're going to commit to, in those top 2 or 3 goals, what are the 1 or 2 most important things I can do in the next week. You're then going to reflect back on your commitments from the previous week and say, did I achieve my goals or didn't I? And you will hold yourself accountable and schedule those things first. The 10 minutes each day is to ensure that you are getting the most important things done every day. If you can get in the routine and the habit of consistently doing this, I guarantee you it's not going to be next week, it won't be next month, but in the next 6 to 12 months, you can achieve more than you ever thought possible.